What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins, and your Miami Dolphins are victorious over the Las Vegas Raiders 34 to 19 as they advance their record to 4 and 6 on the season. And with us, this is no disrespect to the Raiders, but with us playing the Raiders this week, um, I was not really going to be, I don't want to say impressed, but I'm not ready to move the ladder yet, saying that this is a playoff team, considering the team we play today. Yes, the offense did have its best game of the season by far, but I'm not ready yet. Still, same thing as Monday. I'm not I'm not ready to say that this team is ready to go on a potential playoff run or they are a playoff team. I'm not ready to say that they're not a playoff team. They're still 4 and 6. It's been a bad year so far. But every week now, you just got to get the win. And it doesn't matter how it's done. When you are a team that is 3 and 6 going into today, there's no high expectations. You just go in with the expectation to get the W. And that's what the Dolphins did today. The offense had its best game of the season. Tua Tagovailoa had his best game of the season. He was awesome. Awesome today. Three touchdown passes. He had a passer rating of, I think, 126. Um, but it wasn't perfect. Just like Monday, the defense, they had their flaws this time. Brock Bowers, they couldn't cover Brock Bowers to save their life. Brock Bowers dominated all game, and at certain points in the first half and the second half, because Anthony Weaver didn't adjust to Brock Bowers in the second half, they were making Gardner Minshew and Brock Bowers look like Tom Brady and Gronk at certain points of the game. That's how bad it was. It was like Trey McBride, how he had his great performance against the Dolphins a couple weeks ago. That not a good day for the Dolphins and covering the tight end Brock Bowers. Jordan Poyer, his old ass washed, couldn't get the tackle on Brock Bowers, so he got a touchdown. A lot of missed tackles from the Dolphins today on defense. But there's still a game where the offense and I feel like the defense weren't able to put it together. I still feel like this defense didn't have that great of a game, and we still have yet to see a game where the offense and the defense put it together. The offense was spectacular. If we get what we get today, I will take these long extended drives. If you got to kill 8 minutes off the clock to go score a touchdown to keep the other team's offense off the field, then that's what we got to do, especially when we play the good teams coming up, like the Green Bay Packers. If that's what we got to do, then shit, that's what we got to do. So we will get into this game. I'm happy with the win. The offense looked like 2023 Dolphins a little bit. They scored very quickly though. Today the offense scored in long extended drives up and down the field. So they had another 97-yard touchdown drive just like they did in Buffalo a couple weeks ago. And we will get into it all. I thank you all so much for joining me on the Big Fight Field channel tonight. Um, and we are moving forward with this football season. Can't believe it's already week 11. We got a pay-per-view coming up next week. We got AEW Full Gear live from the Prudential Center. We'll be doing a prediction show. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know about that. But We will be doing a review for the pay-per-view on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we will get into the Dolphins following game, and we'll talk about that a little bit at the end of this video about the game next week. So all that fun stuff. Let's get into the stats for the Raiders, as they had 43 passing attempts from Gardner Minshew, who was 30 of 43, 288 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. The Raiders had 16 carries for 60 yards. They had 60 rushing yards total. It's not even worth going over their rushing stats. Brock Bowers had 13 catches for 126 yards and 1 touchdown. They literally could not stop Brock Bowers at all. Jalen Ramsey, Jordan Brooks, Javon Holland, whoever was guarding them, it didn't work. They didn't really game plan well for Brock Bowers at all today, I feel like. So it was bad. It was bad. Alexander Madison had 3 catches for 50 yards. DJ Turner had 3 catches for 29 yards. Jacoby Myers, 4 catches for 28 yards. And Amir Abdullah had 3 catches, 16 yards, and a touchdown. And the Raiders, I believe, they sacked Tua twice. Adam Butler and Tyree Wilson. Max Crosby did not get a sack, so they did a good job containing Max Crosby once again for the second year in a row. Tua Tagovailoa, 28 for 36, 288 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. By far, his best game of the season for the Miami Dolphins. Devon Achane had 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Dolphins only had 82 rushing yards. I feel like Alec Ingold is like I said on Monday night, Alec Ingold is a huge piece in the Dolphins running game. Him not being out there, it hurts the running game. But Mike McDaniel said that he felt good with Alec Ingold, that he had a better week this week than he did last week. But what I think was, he probably had the idea of, Alec Ingold, we could probably beat the Raiders without Alec Ingold. So I think it was a good decision to bench him for the day. Not bench him, but rule him out. Jonnu Smith, 6 catches, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a fucking offseason signing he was. Jonnu Smith, Aaron Brewer, and Calais Campbell. Excellent, excellent signings for the Miami Dolphins, especially with Connor Williams deciding to retire right in the middle of the season. Holy shit. Could you imagine if he was still in the Dolphins and he decides, you know what? I'm done. I'm hanging it up right in the middle of the season. We have Liam Eichenberg at center again. Aaron Brewer, not his best game, but he's been good for most of the season for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill had a good game today. 7 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Made a lot of big catches today, man. He got targeted 8 times, caught 7 of them. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches for 37 yards. Devon Achane, 4 catches for 32 yards. And Julian Hill got in on the action today as well. 2 catches for 28 yards. For the defense, Jalen Ramsey had an interception. Zach Sealer with a sack. Calais Campbell with a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah with a sack. So the Dolphins had 3 sacks on Gardner Minshew. Let's get into the game here as the Dolphins get the ball first. They go 14 plays. A lot of these drives the Dolphins had very, very long drives. Their first drive of the game, 14 plays, 70 yards. They took up 8 minutes and 13 seconds. First play of the game, Devon Achane for 5 yards. Then it's down to 3rd and 7. Tua finds Achane for 17 yards in the backfield. Max Crosby called for unnecessary roughness on Liam Eichenberg. He swung at Liam, and they got it all the way down to the Vegas 35. Tua to Achane again for 7 yards. Tua down to Tyreek Hill for 16 yards to the Vegas 12-yard line. Then on 2nd and 11, Tua fumbles. Tyree Wilson forces the fumble, and luckily, thank goodness, Kendall Lamb was there to recover it. And it's 3rd and 20. Tua to Mostert for 12 yards, but the Raiders, they get called for defensive holding, and it's a first down for the Dolphins. 3rd and 3, Tua to Tyreek Hill for 6 yards. And on 2nd and goal, they do a shovel pass to Achane, who gets blown up by Damani Diablo for 2 yards. Then on 3rd and goal, a fade route, goal line fade to Jonnu Smith, which is incomplete. But on 4th and goal, Jonnu Smith goes in motion, runs into the end zone. He's wide open. Touchdown Dolphins. They take the 7-0 lead. The Raiders, they go 12 plays, 61 yards in 6.5 minutes. They had a 3-and-out, and on a 4th and 8 punt, Calais Campbell got called for roughing into the kicker. Now, I thought that was a bullshit penalty. The punter kicked Calais Campbell in the face, but oh my God. When I tell you Calais was this close to blocking the punt, he was this close. He easily got in the backfield, and I mean, that ball went right through his arms. It went right through, and my goodness, Calais, he should have had a block, for sure. He should have had a block on the Raiders punter. Then the Raiders are driving down the field. On 3rd and 1, they do an end around to Jacoby Myers for 20 yards. That was their largest run all day, an end around to Jacoby Myers for 20 yards. Gardner Minshew to Michael Mayer for 9 yards. And it was called defensive holding on Jalen Ramsey. 2nd and 9, Gardner Minshew to Brock Bowers for 14 yards. And then 2nd down, Minshew sacked by Zach Sealer. And then 3rd and 17, an 8-yard run by Alexander Madison. Daniel Carlson kicks a 27-yard field goal. And it's 7-3 Dolphins as we go into the second quarter. Now, this drive was longer for the Dolphins. They go 16 plays, 52 yards, and they take up 8 minutes and 22 seconds off the clock. A very long drive for the Dolphins. Devon Achane gets a 9-yard run on 2nd down. He picks up the first down on 3rd and 1. Tua goes to Odell Beckham for 8 yards. And on 3rd and 2, incomplete to Odell. Then they go for it on 4th down, and it's just a short hitch route to Tyreek for 5 yards. First down at the Vegas 40. Then Tua on 2nd down. The pocket collapses. Max Crosby nearly gets home. But Tua, he's able to run to his left. He gets it to Jalen Waddle for 24 yards. Another great play of Tua Tagovailoa being able to extend the play. Jalen Wright for 5 yards. And on 3rd and 5, Tua to Odell Beckham for 5 yards. That gets the first down. And on 3rd and goal, Tua is sacked by Adam Butler. And the Dolphins have to settle for a field goal, 31 yards by Jason Sanders is good. So the Dolphins are up 10-3. and another 16 play drive, this time for the Raiders. Um, Second and 9, Gardner Minshew to Brock Bowers for 12 yards. He goes to Brock Bowers again for 14 yards. Third and 7, Jacoby Myers, 11 yards for a first down. Third and 9, the blitz is coming, but Minshew finds Brock Bowers for 10 yards. And Javon Holland had a bad angle on that one. I think if Javon had a better angle, I don't think Brock Bowers would have picked up that first down. But the Raiders settle. They stall out the rest of the drive. Minshew gets sacked by Emmanuel Ogbah on second and goal. They get down to the 4-yard line, and Antonio Pierce decides to take the points. So the Dolphins are up 10-6, and they go 4 plays, 25 yards, end the half. The Dolphins are up 10-6. That's 3 weeks in a row that the Dolphins go into halftime with a 10-6 lead. I don't know what it is, but every single week they find themselves to be up 10-6 going into halftime. The Raiders, they start the second half with the football, and they go 5 plays. They go 5 plays and they punt. Second and 5 at their 46-yard line. Minshew gets sacked by Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell gets the sack, shoots the 3. He's balling. What a legend. What an absolute legend Calais Campbell is. So then, there's a great punt by A.J. Cole, 54 yards. Quentin Bell gets called for holding, and the Dolphins have to start this drive at their own 3-yard line. Now, if you guys recall, a couple weeks ago, the Dolphins had a 97-yard drive against the Buffalo Bills, and they were able to do that once again on this drive. They go 14 plays, 97 yards, and they take up 7 minutes and 47 seconds off the clock. Devon Achane gets an 8-yard gain. It turns into a loss of 2 on the next play, and then Tua, another easy first down to Tyreek Hill for 6 yards. Second down, Achane for 7 yards. End around to Malik Washington for 7 yards. Second and 3, Tua to Jonnu Smith for 7 yards. And then Tua to Jalen Waddle for 13 yards. That gets them down to the Vegas 45-yard line. Second down, Tua to Julian Hill. Julian Hill, not a great day blocking, but was able to get open on a couple routes, and he did on this one. Then our best run of the day, Devon Achane breaking tackles on the right side. I thought he was gone. I thought this was going to be a touchdown. Devon Achane gets tackled at the 4-yard line, and he goes for 30 on this play. It gets us down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal, Tua runs left once again, and Tyreek Hill is in the end zone, and he sees Tua, and he's running with him, and Tyreek is wide open for the touchdown. So Tyreek gets a touchdown against the Rams, and he gets a touchdown this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Dolphins up 17-6. And the Raiders, they go 8 plays, 70 yards. So now, last week with the Rams, we were going field goal for field goal. Rams get a field goal, Dolphins get a field goal. We were up 17-6, and we're going field goal for field goal here. This week, with the Raiders, we're up 17-6, and we're going touchdown for touchdown. each team going back and forth with touchdown drives. 3rd and 8, Minshew to Alexander Madison for 7 yards. They go for it. Madison picks up 6 yards and a first down. Minshew, a screen pass to Alexander Madison, which he takes for 31 yards down to the Dolphins' 24-yard line. And on 3rd and 9, Minshew throws out right to Brock Bowers, and Jordan Poyer misses a tackle, not able to bring down Brock Bowers, and Brock Bowers easily gets into the touchdown. They missed a 2-point conversion. Dolphins are up 17-12. And at this point of his career, why Anthony Weaver is leaving him on an island all by himself, I have no idea. Just terrible game planning on that drive, in my opinion. There's no way. Like, Jordan Poyer's atrocious. He is so fucking bad, it's not even funny. What a massive downgrade the safeties are from this year to last year. And at this point of his career, he is 33, 32 years old. You cannot leave Jordan Poyer on an island all by himself. He's going to get cooked all day long. That's what happened here against Brock Bowers. So now we go into the fourth quarter. The Dolphins are up 17-12. The Dolphins go 10 plays, 60 yards in 5.5 minutes. Carlson wasn't able to reach the kicking zone, so the Dolphins start the ball at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 8, Tua with a great throw to where only Tyreek Hill can go and catch it for 18 yards. A great catch by Hill and a great throw by Tua. Absolutely love that. 1st and 5, Achane for 10 yards comes back because of holding from Aaron Brewer. So 2nd and 13, Tua to Malik Washington for 9 yards. And on 3rd and 4, Tua finds Jonnu Smith for 13 yards down to the Vegas 21-yard line. And we lose 2 yards, but then Tua finds a wide open Julian Hill, 17 yards. And it's a first down for the Fins. 4 yards to Malik Washington. I thought he was getting in for the touchdown there, but it's all right. Next play, Devon Achane, 3-yard touchdown, and the Dolphins take a 24-12 lead over the Raiders. Next drive, Raiders go 14 plays, 70 yards in 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Minshew to Jacoby Myers for 4 yards. Minshew, the play gets called back, but he hit Jacoby Myers for 17. Gets called back for holding. Minshew to Alexander Madison for 12 yards. Minshew to Brock Bowers for 6 yards on 3rd down. 4th down, they're able to convert. He throws it to Brock Bowers every time. If you had Brock Bowers in fantasy football, you probably won. Had a great day today, of course. Then Minshew goes deep left to Trey Tucker for 22 yards. Who's on him? Jordan Poyer, of course. And 2nd down, Brock Bowers picks up another first down. And we get 2 incompletions. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal at the 10-yard line. Minshew throws it out to Amir Abdullah. And all Kader Kohu has to do is break down and make the tackle. But he goes flying at him. He misses. And it's an easy touchdown for Amir Abdullah. This is what Deshaun Elliott is talking about when he goes on a podcast and says the Miami Dolphins are soft. It's plays like that where Kader Kohu whiffs at a tackle instead of breaking down and tackling him at the 5-yard line. It's just inexcusable. It's unacceptable. It's a terrible play by Kato Kohu. And it results in 7 for the Raiders. So now you're up 24-19 with 4 minutes to go. And if you're Mike McDaniel, you just got extended. And if you're Tua, you just got paid $210 million. This is where you gotta go and you gotta win the fucking game. And that's exactly what the head coach and the quarterback did right here. First play, Achane, 7 yards. Then he loses 2. And then it's incomplete to Jalen Waddle. But pass interference on the Raiders. The Raiders didn't have a lot of penalties today, but they had a lot of crucial ones. And this was crucial. This kept the drive going. Achane loses 1 yard. And on 2nd and 11, the blitz is coming. The blitzer comes in late. And Jonnu Smith was wide open. And when I mean wide open, I mean wide fucking open. All by himself in the middle of the field. And he outruns the Raiders defense and gets in the end zone. 57-yard touchdown. Tua to Jonnu Smith. Dolphins up 31-19. Minshew throws an interception on the first play to Jalen Ramsey. Sanders makes a 46-yard field goal. And the Raiders go 8 plays, 46 yards to end the game, essentially. Your Miami Dolphins pick up the win 34-19 over the Las Vegas Raiders. And I said it before and I'll say it again. When you're 3-6 and the season has been absolutely horrendous for you, there's no high expectations going into these games. You just go in there and hope for a win. And today, that's what the Dolphins did. I was not going to be moved up the ladder no matter what happened in this game. All I needed to see was them win. And all I needed to see was the team stay healthy. There was no significant injuries that happened today. For the most part, it was a healthy game. And for that, I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for the win. Dolphins are now 4-6. They're 4-6 on the season. They play the New England Patriots next week at home. And I'm telling you right now, this is not an easy game. Yes, the Patriots are 3-8, but with Drake May in as quarterback, the Patriots have a whole new offense than what the Dolphins saw in Week 5 with Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is fucking trash. And he was abysmal in that game against the Dolphins when the Dolphins beat them 15-10. That game, you saw Tyler Huntley versus Jacoby Brissett. This game, you'll see Drake May versus Tua Tagovailoa. So, the defense... excuse me. The defense has to get their shit together. Because this Patriots offense with Drake May can put up points. And they will. So, it's a division game at home. The Dolphins have to come ready and play. This is a huge game. Huge game at home against the Patriots. I don't care what their record says. You need this one. You need every game. But with a division rival, with how bad this team hates the Patriots, we need to go in there and take care of business. So that's all I got. I'm happy for the win, and it feels good to win. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. Hit the like button. Like if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter, Conlon_Joseph. Comment down below your thoughts on the game if you're a Dolphins or a Raiders fan. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, let's go Dolphins.